More money and more manpower are on the way to the Mediterranean. The increased funding and resources are part of the EU's plan for migrants attempting that dangerous crossing from North Africa. As CCTV's Jack Barton reports from Brussels, leaders are also laying the groundwork for military action against human traffickers.
Let us stand for minutes.
European leaders began their emergency summit in Brussels with a minute of silence for the more than 1,000 people believed to have died attempting to cross the Mediterranean from Africa to Europe over the past week. Leaders agreed that smashing people smuggling gangs would be a priority.
Leaders have asked the High Representative to propose actions in order to capture and destroy the smugglers' vessels before they can be used.
There was also an agreement to triple funding for the bloc's Triton air and sea surveillance operation. But Triton's reach will remain within 30 kilometres of Italy's coast and will not specifically have a mandate for search and rescue. Some countries, including Britain, did pledge ships and helicopters to patrol the Mediterranean. But Britain's Prime Minister made it clear this did not mean his country would accept more migrants.
That people that we pick up and people we deal with are taken to the nearest safe country, most likely Italy, and don't have immediate recourse to claim asylum in the UK.
The International Organization for Migration says the number of deaths so far in 2015 is more than 30 times higher than for the same period last year. The United Nations and rights groups had been calling for a stronger, more humane response. The summit came after the publishing of a letter by 50 former European heads of state, foreign ministers and business leaders who condemned the latest deaths in the Mediterranean as a stain on the conscience of the continent. An agreement was reached to repatriate asylum seekers who fail to qualify for refugee status and to work more closely with nations of origin to stop migration flows. Critics have already pointed out that in the case of some of the key countries of concern, such as Syria, this would be impossible. Jack Barton, CCTV, Brussels.